I think we're live. Hi, Dawn Walker.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
It's good to see you.
I know. I feel like it's been forever.
I know. It's been so long. I don't know if you already did, but you should stream it to your audience if you want. Do you know how to do that?
I do, but I
You don't have
haven't put any work into it yet.
It's okay. Anyways, welcome everyone. So Dawn, we used to do before summer happened and everybody was busy with life. We did our master. Well, before even this, we had it. This was a private Zoom that it was. Who was it? It was the Milanazos, the Brileys, you and Mike,
Jose.
We were all just getting together and being like, "How this is what's going on in our business, and this is where we're going, and these are our issues." And then we were like, "Let's bring this to the forefront so other people can learn." And here we are. And we just stopped because it was summer. And so I'm glad
Everybody's off doing cool, fun things and
I know.
got busy.
Myron got the LOI blaster and blasted off. You are doing some fun things. Do you want to talk about that or no?
Yeah, we can talk about it. Of course we can talk about it.
Let's talk about what you're up to, because I've talked to you a little bit and I want to hear more about this and how you even how this all got happened.
Well, we know how it all happened. I mean, Pace has got a vision that's so big.
That's true.
And he just wants to bring everybody into it, right? So he's starting this program that a lot of people may know as the After Party program, but it's also really going to be branded probably as Pace Helps America. And so it's just helping people get into a home that's affordable, right? And it's also helping so many other people, right? It's helping TCs, it's helping Gators, it's helping people that have properties, and Pace will buy these properties that don't cash flow.
And it's helping wholesalers that lock up these deals that
yes,
no investor wants because they don't cash flow. And so Pace is like, there's how many people in America can't afford anything right now?
No,
especially an 8,000% mortgage. And they just want a place to live where they don't have to pay 8%, 7% in an interest rate.
Or it's people that can't get a loan.
Yes.
Right? That's a lot of people, right? They may have the income, they may have the credit, but for some reason or the other, a bank doesn't view them as bankable, or they're not a good risk. There's a lot of different factors.
You have to make like 4 times the what is it? They have to make like 3 or 4 times whatever the mortgage payment would be. But let's talk about like inflation and all of this stuff. Nobody can afford groceries, let alone 4 times.
I mean, let's talk about the price.
Got up. No one that I know have gotten like a 20% price increase in their W-2 jobs.
I mean, just think about it. Like, look at the price of like milk and eggs, for example. I've never paid so much money for milk and eggs. It's ridiculous. And the bad thing is those prices are never going to go down from where they're at. That's
corporate greed. It won't.
Yeah.
I think it started with COVID. I was at the grocery store. Shout out Albertsons last night, Kroger. And I needed a new cheap ass mascara. Like L'Oreal from the grocery store mascara. And they wanted to charge me $19 for it. It's nothing fancy. This is not Sephora. This is Kroger's. And I'm like, oh my God, what? How is mascara, like cheap ass L'Oreal mascara? For those of you guys that don't buy mascara, that is like, it
expensive.
Should be like $10 or something.
Like that's what you would pay. $10. That's what you would pay probably like Ulta or Sephora, right? Is buying back, a couple years ago. But when you said that, I was like, Carly's gonna have to go back to the pink and green bottle. Do you remember that one? The really cheap one?
Maybelline.
I can't remember the name of it.
Maybelline.
Was it Maybelline?
Yes, I think it is Maybelline.
That one was like,
and that's probably going to be like $15. That's
yeah,
like bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy a thing like that specific one. I remember this in high school. where you could buy it for like, I don't know, was it
High
$4
school.
or $6 for the green and pink mascara?
And that was like the stuff back when we were
Oh,
young whippersnappers.
but yeah, it's ridiculous. All of it's
crazy.
ridiculous. So Pace was like, why do we have all of these properties that, maybe wholesalers do have, or people that own these homes and can't sell them, that are struggling? Like, even think about people that are listing their properties right now.
Oh, that too. You
They
can't
can't
get anyone to buy them because nobody can afford them.
Right. Nobody wants to buy right now because of how the interest rates are. And I know someone probably in the comments is going to say, oh, well, they're going to drop it anytime soon. I'm like, guys, do you really think they're going to drop it enough?
They're going to drop like a quarter of a point if they drop
Right.
it.
And
How much is that difference in your payment? Like $45.
Yeah, it's not much. Like, granted, we'll take whatever we can get. Any drop is good, but it's not where people are thinking it's going to go back down to 3%. It's not going to happen. But, prices are still going to be high. That's the other thing. Prices, home values of properties are still higher.
Yeah.
They're starting to stabilize in some other markets, but it still doesn't help when you have high interest rates and higher priced homes, and then you have a high payment. And that's what people can't afford, right? I was doing my own research on it, and they typically want people to have less than 28% of someone's income be their mortgage or their rent or something like that. Now, I remember when I was renting an apartment that I had to make anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 times what the actual rent was.
No one
is
like, making
but I was. That was the thing. I was making that on a
back in the
one-bedroom
day
apartment.
though, right?
2018?
Before inflation got crazy. Yeah.
Before it got crazy, right?
Yeah.
Which was, I was paying her, and this is in Texas, but I was paying around $1,400 for a 1-bedroom apartment, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So it wasn't a studio, but even still, that's not including utilities, or if you wanted a really good parking space or a garage or something like that, which I ended up getting those things because I was like, convenience. But if I can afford that at 3.5 times what my actual income is, okay, I should be able to go afford a house. I didn't have any bad debt, didn't have any real high revolving debt, but I couldn't go and get a house. Do you want to know what they approved me for?
Oh God,
$118,000. I was almost making 6 figures.
118. And Texas, the prices can be low, but not that's too low.
Yeah.
Like that does not that what could that buy in Texas?
That could buy a mobile home, right? Or a modular home or something like that, which there's nothing wrong with. I just don't want to be in one of those with a storm. I used to live in Oklahoma. That's just not where I want to be. There's some really badass mobile homes, by the way. Like, the quality of them has been amazing these last 10 years. It's just, for me, that's my preference. I don't have any issue with anyone living in one. I think they're great. I just am like, look, if I'm making this much, why can't I afford more? It doesn't make sense. So that's kind of what got me down this rabbit hole. But then when Pace starts doing this, I'm like, I needed this when I was looking for a house, because I'm tired of paying someone else rent. I want to pay my own rent. I want to pay my own mortgage. Stop paying somebody else. But it's impossible right now for a lot of people.
And that's wild. In 2018, before like things were getting crazy, that you were making shy of 6 figures. For those of you, that's like shy of $100,000 a year, and all she can qualify for is this double wide.
And that's
Texas. This isn't New York.
Yeah. This was with good credit. I didn't have bad credit. I had good credit.
This is crazy.
Everything was green. It even confused the person that was doing my application. She goes, huh, okay, well, I don't understand what's happening. Well, what happened was that they're not typically supposed to include your student loan debt.
Yeah.
Right, as part of that. But what I found out is that if you don't have any other debt, they can include it.
You need to go rack up some debt. You need to go get a Sapphire card and go to Nordstrom's.
I was like, so you're telling me that I have to go and get a credit card or a couple credit cards just to be able to say I'm bankable because someone would give me a credit card. Wouldn't you want someone that doesn't have any revolving debt that you can go and do this? They go, yes, but they want to see diversification. I'm like, I understand that, but you're essentially forcing people to go put themselves into more debt just to potentially get a really big debt. So it was just all kinds of crazy. But I think about that a lot because there's so many people like me who maybe just graduated college that are making really good money. They don't have any other bills hardly. And so all they have is their own income and they get to go and have fun with it, but they have to pay rent, which again, that's a part of living. But if you can afford all of these things and you can afford 2.5, 3.5, 4 times what your income is based on what your rent is, or your rent based on your income, then why wouldn't you be able to go and get a home, right? Because a mortgage is much cheaper than the rent that I was paying. A mortgage for a home that I was looking at that was, I think, very conservative at the time was like $249,000, and it was just a really basic home. It had everything I needed. It wasn't like this luxury home, and the mortgage on it, just the principal and the interest, was going to be, I think, $1,100 or $1,200. So then you add taxes on there, somewhere between 4 and 6. Like, that's exactly what I'm paying on my rent, right? It's exactly what I was paying. So it's this type of program is super, super important for people like me and other people that maybe the bank doesn't see as a good risk, but has the income, or is just a family that needs a home and they can afford the payment, but they just don't have the credit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty freaking cool.
It's wild. So what she's talking about, if you guys are just joining, there's the PACE Helps America program that Dawn is helping with. And it's basically helping these people that are legit. So it's not like, hey, we're going to find you a deal to someone that can't qualify for a bank because they don't pay stuff on time. And it's not because they overspend on their credit cards. And it's not like those red flag type of credit. It's just like, listen, I could make this payment for rent. This is exactly what I'm making for rent. And I'm already paying this. And I'm already proved that I'm paying this on time. But the bank won't approve me because they want all these different things. So PACE is going, and so it's helping wholesalers because people like me and Dawn are locking up things that is not probably the best for like an investor, but it would be awesome for these people, looking for these homes. Mm-hmm. And so Dawn, what are you doing? You're going, so wholesalers like me are like, I have no investor wants to buy this because it doesn't cash flow long-term. Mm-hmm. And I go to Dawn or I submitted into this form. This is only for SUBTO students, by the way. I think they can submit these, right?
Yep. Only SUBTO students can submit the deals because PACE is going to see if he's going to buy them, right? And if he doesn't buy them, there's a couple routes that we go, right? The ones that PACE puts in his portfolio are the ones that we're trying to connect for various different reasons. Could be a lease option, right? It could be an assignment. It could be something else. But the ones that PACE isn't going to put directly in his portfolio, maybe it's like Carly, you bring a deal that doesn't cash flow and you're like, I need a buyer. I need a homestead buyer, someone that's going to live in this property that just needs a home. Cool. Why don't we just connect you? So that's my job. I get to have the fun part of being the connector from people that say, hey, I want a house. I want PACE to find me a house. And I get to go have that conversation and be the matchmaker, which I think is the best part.
That's so exciting.
It's really fun because I get to see the people get a win. Everybody get a win.
Yeah.
And
you get a win.
And I get a win, right? That fills my cup, is to see people happy and find a place and get that relief or the excitement or like, oh my gosh, now I can put my family somewhere. So I'm really excited to be part of it. And so if you're SUBTO student and you have these deals and you need a homestead buyer, reach out to me and I will get you the link to be able to submit those deals. But if you're a regular person that says, hey, I want a house, I want PACE to buy me a house or find me a house, also reach out to me and I'll get you that link.
But don't be like me, like last night where I called Dan at 7:00 at night and I'm like, I've had this deal under contract. I cannot find a buyer. Can you help me?
Yeah.
Don't be like me.
Jose!
Look who's here!
What is up?
Are you finally at home?
Yeah, I'm here.
Nice.
Look at you. Is it nice to be home, or do you wish you were still back in Europe all summer long with your daughter, gallivanting and eating pizza and looking at monuments?
Definitely don't want to be here.
I thought for sure you were going to make it over to Paris.
I
to
did.
be there for the Olympics.
No, not for the Olympics. When I went to Paris, it was a little before the Olympics, and they were protesting against it. A lot of people.
They were dumping their stuff in the river, weren't they? Their
ton of shit, and they were blocking rivers and like diverting water in order for the games to go through certain places. I'm like, damn, this sucks.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And then I guess like Olympians swam in that dirty ass river and are like barfing up afterwards.
It's bad.
Like I heard so much, like I didn't watch the Olympics because I just don't have time to watch TV, but I have heard it was just like an epic fail on like there was no air conditioning. There was like only plant-based food for the Olympians. They didn't have any like protein or anything. Meat protein.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Stella asked a good question. Pays considering hotels also, not for this program, but I mean, you never know if he's considering that for his own portfolio.
I don't think he is, but
yeah,
I'll submit it. Yeah. We were just talking about the Pace Helps America program.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
John's helping on the back end of that. I
see. Are you leading the internship stuff or no?
No, I'm doing the dispositions. I'm connecting the buyers.
Good deal.
Oh yeah, the breakdancing at the Olympics was hilarious.
I need to go back and watch it.
I saw all the bloopers on it. It's just like, wow, people really suck at dancing.
Yeah. That's all I saw was like, these are really the break dancers that made it to the Olympics. I had so many people like, there's other people that are on the streets that do better than the ones at the Olympics. I was like, yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Hi,
Sherry.
What are you up to, Jose? What's going on in your world? Last time I saw Jose was at community camp, and he was going to be doing a pad split. We went to the cowboy store together. It was me and you and Victoria and I can't remember his name. What's his name? Sebastian. We got cowboyed out for the hoedown.
Oh, I saw that.
That was
a lot of fun.
Where'd you go, Cavender's?
Like it was called Murdoch's, which is
Murdoch's.
A tractor. Your typical tractor store where they have like tractor stuff and like chickens and like cowboy hats.
You don't know what's at those stores.
I do too. I'm from Idaho.
Just keep making it up. I believe you.
Sounds real believable.
I'm going to do a live stream from our local tractor store. I'm going to FaceTime you later and be like, let me show you. Let me show you what Texas looks like in Washington.
Imagine we went to an actual store where they sold like the good stuff, because that was pretty expensive. The hats, the gloves.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how expensive it is to be country, by the way. It is expensive.
Yeah.
Especially if you get the good stuff.
I know. I went for a cowboy hat and they were like $175.
That's it?
That's it.
I was like, this is just like a prop for 2 community camps. Like,
okay,
I should go get my cowboy hat so I make my $175 worth it.
That's fair.
Look who's here.
Oh my God.
Big Mike Jackson.
What's up, guys? How are you?
We're back together.
I know.
Your hair.
I know. I just showered and washed it. When I washed it, it goes crazy. So,
nice.
That's why I don't like to
been
wash
doing
it.
deep thinking.
I'm like a girl with my hair. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. Jose, how you doing?
I'm admiring the palm tree in the background.
Oh man, I'm very lucky to be where I am right now.
Where are you?
Newport Beach. I'm at home. I'm in the house I grew up in, and I get to spend a few days here. So I'm very, very happy. It's nice.
It's a freaking amazing house, by the way. He does not do it justice.
Do we get a tour, Mike?
No, but
show them the backyard.
I think
why do you think he's outside?
Here's it's more of a view thing. So like here's.
Ooh,
it's huge.
you.
Oh,
You
wow.
fancy, huh?
No, no. Have
Look
I?
at Don's face. Don's face does it all.
Don, I'm not
Don,
fancy.
we're gonna
am
start
I?
a laughing fit.
Oh no, he always says his family is fancy. He's not the fancy one.
He's got
No.
some humility.
No, I was flying today, and I was debating whether I should pay $12 more for more legroom, and I was like, hell no, I'm not paying $12 more legroom.
No.
He turned down a first class ticket because he goes, "No, I like to sit with the people." I'm like, "You're
I love
not
it.
human."
Who are you, Obama?
I love it, Mike. That's why we love Mike Jackson. He's quality salt of the earth people.
I'm so happy to be here with you guys. How is everyone's week going?
Good.
Doing great.
We were just
Crazy.
catching up because nobody's seen each other since the springtime. Well, we have seen each other, but we haven't done these since
Doof, a while. Yeah.
I think right after Squad Up, April.
Yeah, ever since Myron got really busy on us.
I think all of us got busy. I mean, between us all traveling somewhere or another.
That's right.
School starting for the kiddos.
Yeah.
You're telling
Gotta
me.
get back.
Did you guys know, by the way, when I was shocked when I met up with Jose in Orlando, and Jose's like, yeah, he told me his age. I was like, no way. And he also told me that
Isn't he like 50 or something quite
He's like
crazy? Like, and he looks like
75.
he's like not 20.
yeah, he's like an abuelo. He's like
How
70.
old are you, Jose?
So my daughter's 14 and I'm 19.
Totally. You could pass for 19.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
I don't believe that you had a child.
I just
At
can't
5.
talk. I feel like if I start talking, my oldness comes in. Like I've been scorned in my life.
Are you? How old are you? I thought we were the same age.
37.
You are?
Yeah, I'm 37.
He's not old.
No, but
And I am an ancient. elder.
no, Jose
If
looks
he's
like he's 16.
old.
He looks like
Older
he's
than
16.
that.
Yeah. No, I still get
No,
caught.
yeah, I don't think Mike was expecting him to be 37. I think he thought he was younger than that.
It's jealousy. If I'm being completely honest with you, it's complete jealousy. I want to look like Jose. That's what
You know what? Whenever I meet Pace or I see him around, and we'll like go take a picture or we'll be out in public somewhere, I don't think Pace has said much more to me other than like, "What do you do with your skin? What do you do with your hair? How do you do that?" I'm like, "Okay, so let's talk about business." He's like,
So tell us, what do you do to your skin?
Nothing. I actually, for the longest time, I was shampooing my entire body. I didn't know that you can like, there was like soap for your face, there's soap for your body.
That's that dude all-in-one stuff. That's all marketed to men. Like women, it's like have a $55 face wash.
Yeah.
You know, and
No,
then
it's
like
a $55 eyelid
$1,000
wash.
hair wash.
Yeah,
Oh.
guys are like, just give me soap, and women are like, I need my ear lobe wash.
Yeah, no. 7-Eleven Head and Shoulders expired all over my body. Burning my skin off. No, but I don't know. I just cold showers, a lot of water, don't eat meat. Pretty simple.
You don't eat meat? That's good.
Or drink anymore.
Fish. Oh yeah, and I stopped drinking.
And you live in Florida, so there's that.
Little
Yeah.
baby wins. Yeah.
Hey guys, I just came in here to say hi. I have to leave. I have a golf round I have to attend to.
Oh,
So
well,
fancy.
we don't want to get in the way of the
Bougie
golf.
Mike.
Public course, guys. Public course.
Why does it say Mike Davis Jackson?
What'd you say, Carly?
Why
Oh
does
my
it say Mike Davis Jackson on your name? Who's Davis?
Oh, sorry. I was trying to make Don laugh.
Oh.
I didn't even notice it until
You
she
didn't
said
see
it.
it?
Oh.
Yeah. Pace was calling me Mike Davis the whole time Don was up in California.
Mike Davis is
I thought he was
brown
talking
man
about.
that is like 7 feet tall and does this up 2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My relationship with Pace is really close, as you can tell. Guys, happy Friday. I miss all of you.
Fun on the golf
Happy
course.
Friday.
I miss your faces. Have a great
Miss
weekend.
you. Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
Oh my gosh.
I always have a laugh.
He's too much. You want to have him? Like, I'll give you a day, a week. You can keep him.
Oh, I had an evening with him, and that was enough.
You have an evening with Mike.
Yeah, it was like a 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and I was just like, my face hurt so bad.
He gets to another level of energy, right, that you don't expect. It's like, where do you pull this out from?
Yeah.
Like, my goodness, it's all great. It's just, my God, was not expecting that from him.
I know. Mike Jackson Davis. So, what are you up to, Jose? What's coming up on the horizon for you? What are you up? Like, what have you been doing?
So I've been focused. I'll just talk about work. I've been focused on pre-foreclosures really heavy because at first I wanted to try and steer away from dispoing and locking up creative deals, but I didn't see that as a benefit because there's deals out there that could be had, good operators out there.
Yeah.
So I did find some deals. I locked them up. I got a couple in escrow right now. But
Nice.
one of them I was going to buy. I passed on it, and I was kind of pissed off that I passed on it. I'm like, maybe you should just make the jump. It was just high on the PITI, and even if I could make money, it's just we're going into an economy that's a little bit
I know
wonky right now. For me to put myself on the line, it's not putting myself on the line right now. It's like for the next 10 years. So I just played the safe bet and I passed on it. And then literally the next 2 days later, someone that was door knocking presented me an opportunity. She's like, I've got a lady that she's willing to sell the house, but I have no idea what to do with this thing. And it was a pre-foreclosure auction was on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. And this was last week. So I had basically, like 20 working hours over 2 days to stop this sale and reinstate this whole thing. And I did. And it's an excellent, excellent deal. So this one I ended up buying.
That's awesome.
So you pass on one, and I was just like, boom, the opportunity hits. And you don't know why you're passing, but there's something in store for you always.
Mm-hmm.
And on this one, it's a way smaller deal. It's a little townhome that I wouldn't buy a condo or a townhouse ever. But if I was to flip it, I'd probably make around 90,000. If I was,
Are you just nervous on the economy?
Yeah.
Like what's coming? I get that.
Yeah.
It's a risk for sure.
But on this one, like, even if I was to flip it, pay my taxes, I still make such a good chunk, or I could keep it in the portfolio and have such a low loan balance because I'm taking over a tiny loan and the reinstatement was super high and it all went to taking it off the debt. So I'm coming into a property that I'm only going to owe 45 grand.
Oh my God.
What's it worth?
250.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you could just sell it and what would you be
now or later? Yeah.
And this is one you passed on?
No, I'm keeping this one.
Oh, I was like, you're wild. There's no risk in that.
Yeah.
I would probably, rent it out for a year. And then if you still want to sell it, you can sell it later and spend a little bit more time on the renovation and then make even more profit. Or just keep it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see. We're debating it. But it's a win all around, no matter what I do. So it's great.
That's awesome. How did you get that? That was a pre-foreclosure?
Yeah, someone that was local, and they used to know me from the Elephant Challenge a couple of years ago.
That's awesome.
She's like, I came back to you because I asked a couple wholesalers locally, and they said they'll get back to me. But no one's like, we've got the auction on Tuesday. And I was like, I'll be there in 15 minutes if you want.
Look at that.
Let's talk to the seller. I think people are afraid to talk to sellers or go to living rooms and stuff. And I'm like, that's where I live. I love that stuff.
I know. And I bet you're good at it.
I don't know.
You're good at people.
I talk more people than business.
Yeah. You're good at peopling. So's Don. I bet Don's good at it too.
Yeah. I'm like him. I'd be perfectly fine going into a living room and talking with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No biggie. But yeah.
That's exciting.
Excited for that one.
That's really exciting.
What are you up to, Carly?
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot right now. I am working with, I hired Rick Shelton, who is, for those of you guys don't know, he like he's a brainiac in systems and go high level, and he's building out my systems and he's helping me. And I'm actually going to do a little like master class on buying RVs creatively and have a little school account for, so I'm building that out. I haven't really told anyone yet. So that's what I'm up to.
Cool.
And we had on one of our things, remember we were talking about how it's so hard to find legit buyers.
Mm-hmm.
I've met this guy that's in SUBTO. He's a RMLO, because as Dawn knows, I've been helping people with the LOI blaster. I've been like signing up as a closer, and all these people have deals, but they're not great deals. They're like, they're like 5 and 6% rates with like arrears, HOAs that has like a 6-month, nobody wants them for investors. And this one kid I'm talking to is we could get like 15 under contract right now. And so we got some under contract and could not find buyers for it. And I hate that. Like, because they're behind, like you give them false hope. It's bad on your name. So I'm not getting anything under contract until I have buyers that are vetted that I know. And so I'm using Pace Helps America, but I'm also working with an RMLO to be like, try to find buyers and get them vetted. I don't care if they have like a 1,000 credit score. They just have to like do on-time payments, and they're not going to be vetted like it's just the red flags things, just to make sure that they're going to pay and they're legit people, and like educate them on how they're going to be assuming things.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a little thing like that to get these, so I don't have to depend on other people to dispo my deals, So I'm working on that too.
What do you think about only letting people that have a W-2 into into opportunities like that? Because they'll perform every single month instead of a 10.
You can have a W-2 and not pay your bills though. Because so I had a kid that I canceled a contract on because I'd found out that he got kicked out of SUBTO for non-payment. And I did not trust, like it was a huge fat contract that I walked away from. And I found out that he just red flags galore after I found out. And I'm like, I canceled I'm like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. I'd rather lose my $20,000 assignment fee than assign a deal to somebody just for $20K and they jack up this poor guy's credit. So it's kind of where it came from. Like, he has a job, and turns out he owes people in SUBTO money. And then he came after me and he told me I was a bad person because he did not do his correct due diligence. So therefore
it's your fault,
my fault.
It's always everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know. I thought you had the mortgage statement. I can't believe you signed the contract without underwriting it, without the mortgage statement. Like,
yeah, who
it's
doesn't?
not my fault. I did not hold a gun to you. So that's where it kind of spawned from.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. And then making it bigger, it's like, okay, well, I'll vet all these people and you can put your deals in, I can do dispo and help other people, hopefully. So that's all I'm up to. But
You got anyone helping you in that school program that you're going to do? It's just you?
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't it was going to be Jen and I, and she decided to do Canada things. So it's just us, just me.
Yeah.
But, so we'll see.
I know people that are doing great in school. So yeah, more power to you.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Well, I guess that's it. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I don't know. My mind is so wrapped around all of this this stuff with Pace and so many people.
Oh my gosh.
But it's a good thing. Really good thing.
Yeah. It's good to see you guys.
You
It's
as
always
well.
good to see you.
It's always good to see you guys. You're my favorite people, this whole group.
We got to
Community-
keep doing this now the kids are back in school.
Yeah, now we can.
My kids are not back in school yet, unfortunately, for my sanity.
When do they go back in?
September, like 7th.
Wow. You got a little ways.
Shh.
Don't
September 7th is a Saturday.
Shh.
They're homeschooled.
Actually, you fact checked me? Okay, it's the Wednesday after community camp.
No, I was just like, I was trying to see how many weeks that was.
You fact checking me.
According to the state of Washington.
We're wild here, you guys.
On the next one, should we put out like a poll or something in SUBTO or somewhere? Like what topic should we cover for the next one when everyone's on? So
Yeah, I think that would be good.
we could be a little more topic focused.
Yeah. We were just playing catch up now. Tell your friends. We'll be back every Friday,
Every
Yes.
Friday.
1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Let's do it. I'll see you guys next week then.
Okay, we'll see you guys.
Bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye.